Hello everyone, this is Daniel with fitnessboner.com. Today I've got a total body combo workout for you. We've got a HIIT portion, a cardio kickboxing portion, and an abs portion. So you don't need any extra equipment for this whatsoever. It's all just body weight and it's going to be a great workout. We've also included your warm-up and your cool down, so you don't need to worry about either one of those. So let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. All right, everyone, let me go ahead and get my timer started here. We're gonna be doing each one of these exercises for 30 seconds apiece, starting with a side step arm cross. So just nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. Stepping left to right, those arms come across your chest. Just make sure you have a different arm on top each time as you step left to right. Start relatively small motions, under control, but try to continually push that range of motion, kind of stretching those arms, that chest and that upper back, and just kind of warming those legs up a little bit by stepping back and forth. Nothing crazy. Just keep those lungs open, no holding your breath. And we're moving on to a high knee march. You're just going to be bringing those knees up nice and high. Start relatively slow. You're just focusing on range of motion. You're not trying to move really, really quickly. This isn't a cardio exercise. We're trying to do this for a warm-up. So bring those knees up as high as you possibly can, really working those hip flexors. Try to keep your torso straight up and down. Don't tuck forward towards those knees. Speed them up as you want to. And we're going to do toe touch sweeps next, so feet just a little wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to go down one leg, sweep across to the other, back up, and then reverse it. Down, across, back up. Just keep them going. Again, don't hold your breath. Start with a limited range of motion if you're feeling a little bit stiff, and then kind of work into it a little bit more with every repetition, speeding up a little bit more as long as you feel as though you could pause at any point in that motion. All right, we're going to do a squatting push-pull next. So as you squat, you're going to press out, work against yourself as you do so. Same thing as you come back up, pull those arms back in. So you're working the chest and that back, bicep and tricep against one another constantly as you do this. Just keep it going. Nice full range of motion. Again, trying to constantly push that range of motion. And toe touch kicks are next. You're just going to swing one leg up, reach down towards that toe with the opposite hand from foot. Keep it under control. This isn't an out of control, just swing. You should feel like you could stop at any point during that range of motion and freeze it right there and control it. It's a nice slow raise. So you reach out towards that toe, keep that leg relatively straight. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Switch legs. Again, opposite hand from foot as you reach down. So you're kind of reaching across yourself just a little bit. Again, make sure that you feel like you could pause at any point during this range of motion and control it. So take your time, keep your lungs open. You want to warm up those joints, get that blood flowing. All right, we're moving to a sumo squat with a ventral raise. So feet out really nice and wide, toes pointing out. As you squat, your hands are going to come up over top of your head. As you come up, they're going to come down to your waist. So squat and raise, stand up and bring those hands down. So again, working against yourself, press it up and push it back down. Press it up and push it back down. You're trying to warm those joints up, get that blood flowing, but not overtax them. All right, now we're moving on to a boxer shuffle. So go ahead and come up onto those toes. Really, really lightly, just barely let that toe touch before you're popping back to the other side. So warming up that foot, that ankle complex, those toes. You might feel yourself starting to breathe a little bit more heavily, but probably not a ton. We've got up and outs next. All right, moving on to up and outs. One leg and then the other. Try to keep those hips facing straight forward, but bring that knee up and out to the side and staying up on those toes. Just keep those lungs open, nice controlled motion. This one's getting a little bit more ballistic. So swinging that leg a little bit more, moving a little faster. Keep those lungs open. You're moving to jumping jacks next. So traditional jumping jack, hands come over your head as those legs come out. Keep that shoulder rigid, keep that arm pretty much perfectly straight, very slight bend in your elbow, and speed it up as you can. So once you start feeling more comfortable, a little bit more warmed up, like those joints can take a little more punishment, start speeding it up. And let it relax. All right, we're gonna be back in just a second. Start into our first group of HIIT. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get started with our first set of HIIT. Let's start my timer here. We're doing 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off like we normally do, starting off with a jumping lunge and burpee, AB, AB. So twice through on each exercise before we move to the next. So jumping lunge first. Try to get a nice full range of motion on that lunge, getting that knee nice and close to the ground, but without letting it actually touch. So nice and slow, nice, quick, controlled motion. Trying to use that full range. All right, 10-second break. Let those legs shake out for just a second. We're doing burpees next. All right, squatting down, kick those legs out, and back up. If you want to get a little extra into it, you can do a jump at the top. Otherwise, it's just a stand. Try to go nice and quick. If you need to, you can switch it to 1 foot at a time. All right, let those legs relax for a second. We're going back to those jumping lunges. If it's too much for you to do a jumping lunge, just do a regular alternating lunge. And start it up. And let it relax. All right, next set is burpees again. Next exercise, I should say. All right, back to those burpees. Remember, again, if you need to, move those feet individually to take the impact out of it or make it a little easier. Or if you want it harder, add that jump at the top. All right, let it relax. We're going right into our next set, which is going to be lateral jumps and walk downs. So lateral jumps first. Off to the side. Stay nice and low. Just jumping as wide as you possibly can. Relax. Walk downs are next. All right, down to those toes. Walk out, full plank position, then walk it right back up. Go nice and slow if you need to, or if you can, try to move a little faster. Relax. All right, we're going back to those lateral jumps. And start them up. Again, stay nice and low. Keep those lungs open. Try to use most of that energy moving left to right, not up and down. Relax. One more of the walk downs. And walk it out. Remember, if you can, move nice and quick. Otherwise, take your time. Whatever version is challenging for you, but not so much so you let your form slide. Form is most important. All right, Moving to our next group, we've got squat jack jumps and then plank to push up. All right, squat jack jumps first. So do 2 squat jacks and then a jump. Keep those lungs open. Relax. We've got those plank to push up next, so go ahead and drop down to a push-up position. Up to that plank. Drop down onto one elbow, then the next, and then alternate back. Switch which elbow you drop with first. So that last hand to come up is the first hand to go down. All right, back up. Back to the squat jack jumps. Recover as best you can. Down nice and low. 1, 2, jump. 1, 2, jump. Try to stay nice and low for that squat jack. Try to get nice and high for that jump. And let it relax. All right, back to that plank. All right, back up. Down one elbow, then the next. Hand up, and then right back down again with that last hand. Last 2 exercises, we've got runners on the left and runners on the right. So left leg is your supporting leg, right leg is moving. Tuck it up, kick it back, stay squatted down on that left leg. And let it relax, shake that left leg out. Do the same thing with the right. Plant that right, left leg back. And start that runner. Lungs open. Trying to move nice and quick. Trying to stay nice and low at the same time. Relax, one more in each leg. Back to the left. Start up. Nice and quick, stay low. Lungs open. Just focus on that form. Let it relax. Last one on the other side. Start them up. Keep pushing through it. This is your last exercise before a break. So keep pushing as hard as you can. Stay low, burn that leg out. Let it relax. All right, grab a drink of water. We'll be right back to start into our cardio kickboxing. See you in just a second. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get started with our cardio kickboxing section. Let me get my timer started. Doing our traditional 20 on, 10 off, AB, just working our way through the line, kind of like we did with our HIIT. Starting off with a duck and 2 jabs. So left leg forward, me duck, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross. Just back and forth. Nice and quick. Just keep Keep those lungs open, moving those arms really nice and quick. All right, let it relax. We're going to do an uppercut, jab, cross, knee, staying on the same side. So uppercut with the back arm. So uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Speed up as you can. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. I'll try to get my coordination here. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, but on the opposite side. All right, so duck, jab, cross. So duck, jab, cross. Hands started up. Duck, jab, cross. Duck, jab, cross. Duck, jab, cross. Try to stay up on your toes. Make those calves have to work. Your entire body in here, especially that upper body. And let it relax. All right, uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee from behind. Start it up. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Uppercut, jab, cross, knee. Try to speed up as you can. Try to keep those punches kind of accurate. Pick a spot on the wall in front of you and constantly aim for it. And let it relax. All right, switching back to left leg forward. Starting new exercises. Hook and 2 hooks, 2 uppercuts. So hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, and quick. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. And double pump. That uppercut, just trying to get into the same arm. Guess I should be doing my hook. So doing 2 knees and a jab cross next. So knee comes from the rear leg. So knee, jab cross. Knee, cross, knee, jab cross. Keep those lungs open. Drive that knee, use those abs, that hip flexor to pull it up nice and quick. All right, switch sides, same thing. Opposite side, 2 hooks, 2 uppercuts. So hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Get those arms wide. So you start getting more and more tired. They're gonna start coming in and looking more like a jab cross. All right, 2 knees and a jab cross. Rear leg does that knee. So knee, jab cross. Lungs open, knee, jab cross, knee, jab cross. Try to keep them as quick and under control as you can. Get those arms into that knee, dragging down with those arms as you pull that knee up. Let it relax. All right, moving on to the next. Left leg forward again. 2 hooks, jab, cross, and uppercut. So hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. Hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. Hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. Just keep them going. Lungs open. Oops. Trying to remember my progression here. Let it relax. All right, uppercut, hook, knee. So 2 uppercuts. 1, 2, hook, hook, knee with the rear leg. Uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, knee, knee. Uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, knee, knee. Keep going. Keep those lungs open. Try to exhale on the exertion. Inhale as quickly as you can as you reset. All right, let it relax. Switching sides. Back to 2 hooks, jab, cross, and uppercut. So hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. Start the hook with the left. Sorry, the right. Hook, hook. Oh, jab, cross, uppercut. We'll get my brain into it. Hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. Start with the back leg. Hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. We'll get there. Hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. Hook, hook, jab, cross, uppercut. And let it relax. All right, 2 uppercuts, 2 hooks, and a knee. So uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, knee. Start them up. Uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, knee. Uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, knee. Uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, knee. Try to keep that progression going. Keep those lungs open. All right, moving to our last 2, switching back over, left leg forward, doing an infinite number of jab cross as fast as you can. Just pick a spot and go. Keep those core muscles tight. Keep those lungs open. Pick a spot on the wall and just focus on going straight for it constantly. You can pick my face if you want to, I won't feel bad. Just keep it going. All right, let it relax. We're doing that rear knee. Same thing, infinite. Over and over again. Just pound that knee. And start them up. Act like you're grabbing something ahead of you, pulling it down, up into that knee. Oh, let it relax. Same thing on the opposite side. So your right leg forward this time. Doing a jab cross to start. Jab cross. Keep those core muscles tight. A little bit of rotation through those shoulders as you alternate arms. Get those obliques, transverse abdominis in there. Keep everything tight, lungs open. Don't hold your breath. All right, let it relax. Last one, that knee. Arms up. Pull down. Really working as you drive that knee up, pulling those arms down past that knee like you're grabbing something and driving them together. Lungs open. Really work against yourself. Oh, and let it relax. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling nice and tired from that cardio workout. So we get to calm it down a little bit. We're gonna take a real quick break, grab a drink of water, and when we come back, we'll be taxing that core. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, everybody, if you have a mat, grab one. If not, you can do this just laying flat on the ground, especially if you're on like carpet or something like that. Should be plenty of cushion. So, let me get my timer started here. We're going to be doing 15 seconds of a break with 45 seconds straight through with a core exercise. We're starting off with a toe touch cross crunch. Just laying flat on your back. Those legs are gonna come straight up over top of your head. Over those hips. You're gonna crunch left to right, trying to get a really nice forward movement as well as lateral movement. So you're gonna try to crunch to the outside of those legs every single time. Just keep those lungs open. Exhale as you crunch up to get a little extra space. Inhale as you drop back down, but try to let those core muscles relax. Just keep it going. Left and right. If those legs start getting tired on you, feel free to bend your knees. Drop those heels down. Should make it a little bit easier. But same motion applies, just crunching left to right, back and forth. All right, got a little bit of a break. We're gonna switch over onto our back to get ready for the back bow cross. So flat down on your stomach. Hands out in front of you for the hardest version, or right by your head for a little easier. Feet flat against the ground, you're going to crunch up and to the side. Kind of a similar motion to what we were just doing, just in the opposite direction. So crunch up and back. Exhale As you come up, inhale as you drop back down towards that mat. If you want to make it a little harder, press those arms out as far away from you as you can. Just increases that leverage. Makes it a lot harder on those core muscles. If you're glutton for punishment and you have the strength for it to keep your form clean, by all means grab a weight. But you don't need much. Just like a 1 or 2 pound weight will make a huge difference. 5 to 10 is a massive difference. Let it relax, back over. We're going to be doing, we're on your side first. You're going to be doing a double side leg lift. So laying out on your side, out completely flat. Both legs out. You lift them both up off the ground and reach down like you're trying to touch your toes, kind of towards the back, towards your heel. Perpendicular to the ground with those shoulders and those hips. Lifting that shoulder up off the ground slightly. If you want to make it a little bit easier, feel free to bend those knees a little bit. If you want to make it harder, extend that arm behind your head or all the way up over top of your head. So add the extra weight again. If that's not enough, feel free to again use a dumbbell or some other small weight to make it a little bit harder. Almost done. All right, let it relax. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna switch around here. Feet stacked, hand up over top of your head for the harder version, otherwise down by your thigh, reaching up like you're trying to touch that heel, keeping those hips tilted forward, shoulders and hips perpendicular to the ground. Keep those lungs open. Concentrate on that form. Again, if you want to make it harder, hand up over top of your head or using a dumbbell either behind your head or even above that shoulder. Makes it really nice and difficult. And let it relax. All right, we're doing a plank next. It's a traditional plank. So flip it over. You can do off of those hands or off those elbows, whichever is more comfortable to you. Bring it up. Keep those hips in line with the rest of your body, so those hips are in a nice straight line from shoulder to ankle. No kicking them up really high or letting them dip down. You want to try to keep a straight line. Try to hold it through this full 45 seconds. If you can't, feel free to drop to those knees. Otherwise, drop all the way down. Give yourself just a couple seconds rest and then right back into it. Keep those lungs open. No holding your breath. Almost there. Let it relax. All right, we're going to be doing a reverse plank. So similar motion. Those heels and those elbows again. You're going to bring those hips up and just keep them off the ground. Bring them up. Try to keep a straight line again through from your shoulder down to your ankle. You're just kind of keeping those hips hovering. If this is uncomfortable on that shoulder, you might want to go to a full extension on those arms. Makes it a little bit easier as far as stress on those shoulders, but otherwise just hold it right here. Get comfortable. Try to keep those hips, again, up, nice straight line from shoulder to ankle. Almost done. 5 seconds left. Let it relax. All right, we're going to do another plank, this time on the side. So either off of those knees for the easier version, or full extension for those for the harder version. Coming up on that elbow and feet, or elbow and knees, and just get comfortable. If you want a little bit easier, you can stagger those feet. Makes it just a little bit easier for balance. Otherwise, stack those feet Makes that core have to work a lot harder. Watch those hips. Make sure they stay perpendicular to the ground. Same thing with that chest. You don't want to start leaning over forward. It starts working different muscles. Just go to your happy place. Breathe normally as you can. You know, it's hard to breathe normally with that when that core is contracted nice and tight. Do what you can. We got 10 seconds left. Just keep pushing through it. And let it relax. All right, one more on the other side. This is our last exercise. And then we get to do our cool down. So push through it as hard as you can. Come up. Again, easier version is on those knees, harder version on those feet. If you want harder still for overall balance, stack your feet. If you want a little easier for balance, then stagger them. Just find that comfortable spot for you. Hold it for as long as you can. Wait until the last second to drop to that easier version or to give yourself a break. Just keep pushing through it. It's 20 seconds. Keep those lungs open. Keep that core tight. Again, try to keep a nice straight line through that body as best you can. Almost done. 5 seconds left. And let it relax. All right. We'll be right back to start into that cool down. See you in just a second. All right, everybody, we're almost done. We just have our cool down to go. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing each one of these stretches for 30 seconds apiece. We're going to start with a nice double leg stretch. So kick those feet out really nice and wide. Just kind of start letting them relax. You're going to bring one arm across your chest, pull it across. Try to keep that back nice and straight. Try to round your back over as you're doing this. Kind of pull yourself up a little bit with that lower back. Arm across in front. Let those legs relax as best you can. Just breathe nice and slow. Try to get more oxygen back into your lungs. Try to get your heart rate to drop back down. Switch sides. Arm across. Same exact thing with those legs. Just trying to keep that back pulled up underneath you. And legs out nice and straight. Kind of leaning forward a little bit. Try to get a little bit of a stretch in those hamstrings. Mainly just focusing on that arm, pulling it up and across. Let it relax as much as you can. All right, spread those legs out as wide as is comfortable for you. We're going to go straight down through the middle. Just round those shoulders, stretch straight through. And I'm feeling nice and tight from a leg workout I did the other day. So you got to work through a little of that soreness. And remember, the longer you hold it, the more those muscles will release. So you've got to hold a stretch for a nice long time if you want to increase your range of motion. All right, we're doing a single leg. So tuck one leg in, reach down to that toe with the opposite leg. If you can't touch it, that's fine. Other arm's going to come up over top of your head. You can always grab that shin if you can't quite reach that toe. Just tilt that torso over as best you can. Should feel yourself slowly, that stretch lessening just a little bit as you kind of maybe even lean a little bit further over. Just keep pushing a little more. Keep that stretch constant. And do the same thing on the other side. Tuck that foot in, stretch down towards that toe, hand up over your head, and stretch down towards that leg. Keep those lungs open, still breathing normally. All right, bring both those feet together. Pull them in as close as is comfortable. And then you use the muscles to the outside of your thighs to pull those legs down towards the mat. You should feel that stretch inside that thigh. Inside that hip joint. Just relax, breathe normally, keep that back flat. Just let it relax. All right, kick one foot out in front of you. Other leg over top. You're going to turn towards the knee you have up. Rotate around, look back behind you. Try to get a nice stretch of that torso. Switch sides. Same thing, it's opposite direction. So cross that other leg over top and twist towards that knee that you have up. Looking back over that shoulder. And just relax, let it stretch out as much as you can. We're moving on to a Cobra. So flat down on your stomach. Arch it up. Let those hips drop. Arch that back. Arch that head back. Pull those shoulders down away from you and back behind you. If you can't quite lock those elbows out, that's fine. Just keep those elbows slightly bent. Try to go to as close to a full extension as you can. And we're going to go to a shell stretch. So tuck those knees underneath, sit back on those heels, start with those hands out. Let that lower back kind of decompress a little bit. Tuck those hands into those knees, round that back up, pulling those shoulders down into those hips. Really stretch that back. And lay flat out on your back. Last one. Do a full body stretch. So those arms and legs out in opposite directions. Press them out as you exhale. As you inhale. Arch that back up. Exhale, let it relax. Again, inhale, press them in opposite directions. Exhale, let it relax. Let's go and do that one more time. Even though our time is up. Take a nice deep breath in. Press those hands and feet in opposite directions. Arch that back up. Really stretch it. And let it relax. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that workout. It was nice and fun. I got nice and sweaty. But hopefully you did too. This workout is complete. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.